Hello, everyone, and happy Halloween! Excuse me, I said happy Halloween! Ah, much better. So it's not quite Halloween yet. Correction, it's past Halloween. It's actually October right now, which kicks off our Halloween celebration. And what better way to kick off a Halloween celebration than to watch some creepy videos. Specifically, some creepy videos from my childhood, but it also might be some that you guys remember as well. We're gonna watch them, give our review of them, and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, a lot of these videos scared me when I was a kid. I was a little wuss when I was a kid. But for some reason, I always still had an interest in horror and scary things, which honestly is a no-brainer that I ended up such a horror fan as an adult. None of these videos really scare me anymore. They're just, videos that I've watched when I was a kid, and they scared me a lot when I was a kid. But nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into our first video. This video is a damn classic. I remember I was pretty creeped out. I don't want to say I was scared. I was pretty creeped out when I first saw this video. That being said, I do know quite a bit of people who don't really think this video is scary. They more think it's funny. And that has to do with this moment right here. She just fucking plops her head into the bowl of what I am assuming is cereal. But the backward speech at the beginning, the sound of her voice, it is all pretty creepy, I would say. But the video doesn't end there. We go a little further with it. And wake up!
There is nothing.
So yeah, that video is decently creepy. I mean, just the forward speech, the backward speech, again, the tone of voice. Like most of these videos that came out around this era, this just ended up being a really fancy art piece. I think it was having something to do with saying there's nothing in the afterlife or something like that. But nowadays that I'm looking at it, it's a little more goofy than it is creepy. I've definitely seen much more creepy things. It kind of feels like it's being a little too... It's trying a little too hard in terms of being creepy. So I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably rate this 5 ghosts out of 10. How about that? If I showed this to a small child, I bet you they think it's fucking terrifying. But watching it now as an adult, it's almost a little funny. Next video. Oh, fuck this video. So this is a video called I Feel Fantastic. And the really funny thing about this, that I find at least, is it's not supposed to be scary. It's not supposed to be creepy. That thing right there is an android, if you couldn't tell, but it was kind of made to be along the lines of Hatsune Miku. It was supposed to be a animatronic pop star. That music you're hearing is supposed to be good, and you're supposed to be enjoying it. But I guess the creator sort of missed the class on making things enjoyable and fun to watch instead of fucking creepy. But I guess let's continue watching. way it keeps moving its fucking head there. I don't know at what point you would stop and look at something and be like, you know what? This is terrifying. Even right now, like, normally I don't get scared watching this video, but here, being alone in my office with the lights off, it's still a little creepy, you know? Just the blank stare and the weird automated voice and the weird back music. Like, what the hell is even this back music? It doesn't have a beat, it doesn't have a rhythm or anything. At least it doesn't sound like it.
You seem fantastic, hey, hey, hey.
Fuck, did she tell me to run? Like, what is even the lyrics there? It sounds like run, run, run. Like, again, at one point, do you stop and say, you know what? I think this is scary and not enjoyable in any sense. It's one of those things where the technology at the time just wasn't there for the ambition, and it ended up just being creepy instead of entertaining. It's like early CGI. It was very creepy without intending to be creepy, you know? Just keep I kind of don't want to keep watching this. It's giving me goosebumps a little bit. The pose change, my god. I think now would be a good time to mention all of the theories surrounding this video. The reigning conspiracy theory was that the person who created this video was actually a serial killer and dressed up the animatronic in the clothes of his victims. And there's a weird background shot coming up. And like that background shot is supposed to be the location of where he buried. What are you doing, Wally? My cat's reaching out the door. Not gonna lie, it kind of scared me to see that. That background shot is supposed to be like where. Oh my god, he threw a cat toy under here. It's supposed to be where he buried the bodies of his victims. Of course, none of that is true. That's the thing with a lot of these older creepy YouTube videos, is people's imagination surrounding them just kind of ran rampant. Like, none of this would ever indicate that this was made by someone who has murdered people in the past. And yet people are like, oh, weird video, weird animatronic wearing weird clothes, murderer! And I think I'm gonna stop the video there, because to be honest with you, it's creeping me out a little bit still. And given the fact that it is still creeping me out to the point where I don't want to watch it anymore, I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 ghosts. Next video.
La pequeña araña en un tubo se subió.
Now this video is called Obey the Walrus, which is an odd title for the video, but it'll make sense near the end. This video kind of creeped me out when I was younger, specifically at a later point in the video. The parts at the beginning didn't really bother me, but like I said, at a point later in the video, when I pointed out when we get there, it definitely creeped me out a little bit. Right fucking there, where she like goes towards the camera and stares it down and slowly walks towards it. That freaked me out when I was a kid. Now this video is really nothing to be scared about nowadays. We know a lot of the history around it. The person in this video is a person named Goddess Bunny. She is a transgender performer, and there's nothing to be scared about with that. And the reason why she looks like this is I believe she has polio, I want to say. I believe it's polio. But of course, when you see this as a kid, as like a 12 or 13-year-old, you don't know any of those details. Especially when this came out, we didn't know any of those details. So you see it, and it's like, what the fuck is this? What? This is kind of fucking terrifying. But again, this really didn't bother me when I was a kid. I felt like the sound was more annoying than it was scary. But let's keep watching. That part right there is still a little creepy. Not gonna lie. Like, the way it's framed, the way the music cuts out, and all you're left with is the sounds of her footsteps towards you. Like, that's still a little creepy. Like, I don't want to be mean or anything like that. Obviously, this person has a disease. It's, polio. And that's why she's moving in this manner. And the way it's framed is to make her look creepy, but there's nothing creepy about her. And that's why it's called Obey the Walrus. Because there's a walrus picture at the end. Kind of nonsensical. But I mean, then again, a lot of early YouTube was pretty nonsensical. It was the era where random equaled funny, so a lot of it didn't make sense. I would say, in terms of scary and creepiness, watching it nowadays, there's really nothing scary about it. It's like I said, it's a little more annoying than anything, just with the noises that are going on in the background. That being said, though, where the music cuts out and it's just footage of her walking towards the camera, and it's just her footsteps walking towards you, and then the music slowly cuts back in. That's actually really well done in terms of making it creepy. So literally just because of that point, I'm going to give it 7 ghosts out of 10. Next video. This video has been the subject of so many internet mysteries, it's not even fucking funny. And with good reason, it's a weird ass video. Shh, that's okay, buddy, that's okay. Nobody likes to eat the vegetables. I don't like the peas. My God, there's 2 of them! It's a weird video, to be honest with you. I never really found anything creepy with this video. It just more raised questions than creeped me out. Now, there are a lot of theories about this video as well. There are theories that what the man eating there is human remains, and the 2 people in the costumes and the person filming is forcing him to eat it. That's probably not what's happening, just gonna say that right now. I don't know for sure, but it's probably not what's happening. And that being said, the actual story surrounding this video is a little more interesting than pretty much any of the theories. So those 2 characters right there were actually part of a show, like an actual big production show starring those 2 characters. And there was, from one of the productions, I think from one of the live shows, 2 costumes went missing, and I think maybe shortly after, I don't know if it was shortly after or not, but 2 of the costumes went missing, and then this video pops up. And what's even more interesting about that is the original creator of these 2 characters was interviewed and asked about this video, and he said what freaked him out the most was the characters who are acting in this video, the 2 costume characters, act exactly like how the stage performers would act, and usually those stage performers would have to go through months of training in order to actually act in that manner and to act appropriately. and they're doing it here perfectly. Now, who made this video and where those two suits are and who the gentlemen in the video are still completely entirely unknown. And there's even still some debate on what exactly is going on in the video. Not necessarily what the man is eating, but if he's crying about it or if he's laughing about it. Now, watching here, I think he's definitely laughing about it. And I think you could even hear someone in the background giggle a little bit earlier in the video as well. I think it's one of those things where it was kind of like I Feel Fantastic, where it was supposed to be a funny video, but it just ended up being a little creepy. I still don't think it's creepy. I still think it's just a weird video. It raises a ton of questions that have never been and likely never will be answered. So in terms of scariness, I think 3 out of 10 ghosts. Again, it's another one of those things where I'm pretty sure if you showed like a 7-year-old this, he'd be freaked out. But anyone else, I think they would just think it's a weird video. And it is, it's still definitely a weird video. Next video. This fucking video. This motherfucking video right here scared the piss out of me. Scared the piss out of me when I was a kid. And you'll see why in just a moment. Right here where the rocking chair moves and then jump scare. Yep, that video scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. I'm gonna get off this face here. That video scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. They got me. They fucking got me with the jump scare. A little bit of background, when I was a kid, something I would regularly do when I was off of school, like on a weekend or on a winter or summer break, is I would go on my computer and I would look up ghost videos. Again, no wonder that I'm such a big horror fan now. And they have this whole beginning part of the video where they're just like, put it on full screen, look closely at the rocking chair, turn up your volume so you can hear some ghostly whispering. Just completely clear and definite setups for a jump scare video. But I didn't recognize that. I did not realize that that's what they were doing. So when I saw the video, I was like, oh, rocking chair, oh my god, it's moving. Let me get in closer and see what's going on. And then, jump scare. I did not go on my computer for the rest of the day, that day, because I was just so fucking scared of seeing that pop up and having it scare me. I mean, even right now, in this dark setting, wearing the headphones, being completely alone, and I knew what was coming, and I still jumped a little bit, because it's a jump scare, it's supposed to be surprising. So I'm pretty sure anybody you showed it to would automatically know to look for a jump scare, especially if they spent any considerable time on the internet like I have. So because of that, I can't really give it a 10 out of 10 ghosts. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's not scary, but if you showed it to someone, they would definitely jump. And they didn't realize it was a jump scare, they would definitely jump, because it's a jump scare, it's surprising, how can you not? But I'm mostly giving it the 8 out of 10 for just how much it freaked me out when I was a kid. And so concludes part 1 of this video. Come back November 22nd for part 2, where we look at 5 more nostalgic creepy videos to chill your bones. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to like and comment, and also subscribe for more shenanigans.